We just had a snow squall blow through. And now we have blue skies over there, but the snow and the winds will continue. I really had been hoping to get out today and set up my hammocks and set up the underquilts, but despite the snow out there, the temperatures are actually in the mid to upper 30s, and we have a 40-mile-an-hour wind, and that's the real problem there. First of all, those warm temperatures are not going to be a great test of the underquilts, but the 40-mile-an-hour winds are dangerous because of the trees getting knocked over in the woods. So instead, what we will do is I will compare the differences between my two Dutchware 12-footer hammocks. So that one's dark olive, and that one's coyote brown. And that's it. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. I did make a bit of a change on my hammocks, though. If you have noticed some of my videos, this rope that actually attaches to the channel here on the, I guess you'd call it the gathered end, they were about a foot plus in length, and I have just shortened them a bit for several reasons, but I think this will give me a better hang and also reduce the possibility of water running down the rope onto the hammock. Now this will all be covered by a tarp, and I'll get more into that when I actually set up the hammocks in the wild. So I'd like to set these up myself with the ridgeline and with the suspension. You can order them with that, but I like to do it myself. It's just more fun to me. I enjoy setting them up, and someday hopefully I'll actually sew my own hammock. Here's the head end, and the structural ridge line here, I've just run it through and around this rope here and tied it off with a bowline. The rope there runs through this channel, and it has 3 lines of stitching which very securely holds it in. And what's cool about it is there's no loose threads. This is a very clean setup, the way they do it. They don't leave a lot of, I haven't noticed any loose threads on any of these hammocks from Dutchware, which is a very nice touch. It would be easy for them just to leave them and let us take care of it, but obviously they do something about it. As I've said, this is a 12-footer. It's quite long. It's also quite wide, so it has these knotty mods, which you can tighten up, and that will help take care of loose material that may flap around or get in your way otherwise. The material is Hexon 1.7, I believe. It gives it a good, a lot of good strength. It's very thin, very sheer, feels good. I will post right here, I will post the weight limit on this. I'm sure it could carry a lot more than that though. The width of this material is over 5 feet wide, approaching 5.5 feet. I don't remember exactly, but just to put that in perspective, this is a queen size bed, and it covers it from side to side completely with a little left over overhanging, so that should be plenty wide for big folks like me to lie in it and get a good diagonal lay. And on the head end you have these 2 D-rings, which you can use to hook up a shelf. What do they call it? A shelf or a loft. A triangular piece of fabric anyways that you can use to hold things. These come in a double-ended stuff sack, and makes it nice and easy to set up and take down. And there's enough room in there for a bug net or maybe an underquilt, some other items anyways. This brown one is my winter hammock. I have not yet lain in it, hanged in it, hung in it, whatever the correct verbiage is, but I look forward to it. Best of all, these are made right here in the USA, in Pennsylvania by Dutchware. And being in Michigan in the Rust Belt myself, I really appreciate that. We've lost so many jobs due to poorly crafted international trade agreements. Thank you, U.S. government, that any work we can give to our fellow citizens is appreciated. So check them out. My first attempt at hammocking was back in the mid-1980s, and I bought one of those cargo nets that was being marketed as a hammock, and it came with a real crappy suspension, basically just a polyester rope that was really hard to tie tightly. I ended up using it to hang food with and slept on the ground the only time I tried to use it. Haven't gotten into hammocks since then, up until a few years ago. I tried it again. I used my REI dividend to get a Bear Grylls hammock on sale. And it was okay. It's a 10-footer, but it's the normal width, so it's a little bit too small for a guy my size. But it got me thinking about it. And I realized how comfortable they are. Skip ahead a couple more years, ran into some other hiking buddies who were into hammocking, so I got mine out. Ended up buying some bare butt double wide hammocks, which are pretty good. They're pretty comfortable. Then I found the Dutchware 12-footer. That's a luxury hammock. Needless to say, I'm still pretty new at this. I'm still learning a lot of stuff, and I'm probably going to get some stuff wrong too. I'll probably buy too much stuff, the wrong stuff that's too heavy, maybe like suspension straps and underquilts. But I'm going to let you know what I do as I go along. Maybe you can avoid some of my mistakes or give me some suggestions, whatever. We'll just see how it goes. I'm having fun with it. I'm definitely enjoying the hammocking though. So that's what this is all about. And on a cold winter day when I can't really do much else, might as well make a video.